Today we are doing a book review and I'm excited to be the one to talk about this book. The title of the book is Defining Decade: Why Your 20s Matter and How to Make the Most of Them Now, written by MEG JAY, Dr. MEG JAY. So in previous videos, or even before today, even on my Instagram page, I've talked much about how I was going to come and do the review of this, and here we are today, getting the review done. If this is your first time tuning in, you're welcome to Peyi Vlogs, and for all returning subscribers, thank you for tuning in again. As you know, on this channel we bring everything educating and enlightening, and some days I bring some entertaining lifestyle vlogs. Let's get right into it. Okay, so one of the reasons why I love this book, it is written based on research, and I'm going to open to the author's notes. She's a clinical professor, clinical psychologist in private practice. She's a lecturer. She was also previously a clinician, and most of the stories written here are from working with people, working with different 20-somethings, and she was able to share their stories. So it's not just talking abstract, also talking experience on how people went from A to B, how they went from a starting point to a destination. This book was very practical and it was not just abstract. This book is also divided into 3 parts. The first part is on work, the second part is on love, and the third part is on the brain and the body. And while I was reading this book, I was taking notes in my notebook, like so much to talk about, so much to say, but let's see how much we can talk about as we start off today. Please note that this is not a book spoiler. Everything I'm going to share should motivate you and inspire you to even go and pick up the book to read. So I'm not going to do a breakdown of each chapter by chapter, page by page, though. Like if I'm doing that we are definitely going to stay here all day. So the first thing I want to start off with says there is a need to shift from the negative identity of what we are not to a sense of what we are. People focus on the things they are not and they forget to pay attention to the things they have. Our minds are more focused on, oh, what are the things that I cannot do, instead of focusing on the things that you have the abilities and the talent to do. So instead of focusing on what every other person is doing, why don't you focus on the things that you are able to do so easily? The next thing she talked about was identity capital. This is one part of the book that I feel like a lot of young people should read, if not for anything, for this identity capital. It's a good read for you. It says identity capital is what we bring to the adult marketplace. It is like currency. It is like having money, like going to the market and you need money to buy something. You have to be able to put together your identity capital. Identity capital is just everything and every aspect of you, not just having those things in your life. Everybody has an identity they work with, but you have to be able to work on that identity you have, improve it, become a better person, and then that is the identity capital you can take to the marketplace that would make you a more confident person, that would make you stand out in your place of work, stand out among friends, stand out anywhere you go. Basically, something about identity capital that was talked about is the fact that when you ask people to introduce themselves, like that's like when someone tells you, tell me about what you do, like that should be a standard answer you should have ready in you. There is this idea of I need a big break. There is this idea of I need that big break. But the truth is, when people meet opportunities and people begin to ask them questions, they have nothing to actually say. It's just more of like that big idea in your head. Okay, I want to invest into your business. What do you think? Like it can just be from a form of chit chat, and you realize that sometimes people lose opportunities because they are never ready. Like you should be ready. Like if it's your dream, if it's your vision, no matter what aspects you have, career you want to do, go into something creative, have those answers ready in you, have those things ready in you, be ready to answer those questions. Have a strong sense and identity of who you are, because sometimes the reason why people don't believe in your dreams is because you don't even believe in yourself first. Like you have to be able to believe in yourself and have this identity capital, which will make people then believe and buy into your dreams. There's also the part of understanding the weakness of strong ties and understanding the strength of weak ties. It's also the part of understanding that you can meet someone today that you have never met before. That might be your weak tie. They had so much value to you and you begin to wonder that I just met this person. That is the strength of weak ties. And the friends you have that you have been with all the while might not even be able to support you that much. Another aspect I thought about while I was reading the book is the fact that sometimes because we are too friendly with them, we know them too much, we've grown with them, we've cried with them, even when sometimes our friends are giving us like advice, your familiarity sometimes make people not to take full advantage of what their friends carry in terms of knowledge, in terms of opportunities that their friends have that will be so useful to them. As much as you don't want to lose connection with your close friends and families, it's also time to make connections with people who see things differently. If you see me looking now, please, I'm just trying to look out from my notes, okay? Okay, the next one I want to talk about is how sometimes young people feel like not making choices is safe, but the truth is that the consequences are just further away in time. Like, there is this quote I remember when I was in my first year in uni, which says, life is a choice. Choosing not to choose is a choice not to choose. So if you decide not to choose, you've made a choice. Like, if I decide not to be awake, then I'm going to be asleep. If I decide not to sleep, I'm going to be awake. Deciding not to choose, you're actually making a choice on the other end. It's not just the choice you want to make or the choice you think you want to make, if that makes sense. You're not making a choice today, not deciding today, not deciding first thing tomorrow. The consequences are just further away in time, and it's good to wake up and make up your mind and make a decision. You need to read this book to get a deeper idea of what the choices part is talking about. Yeah, one part that I enjoyed reading in this book was when it came to talking about social media. And this book was written in a time when I think Facebook was more out there, and I'm like, if only we knew Instagram coming and other social media, TikTok, X app, we never knew that some of these other apps were coming. Something I noted while I was reading, it says people are more aware to not compare themselves to celebrities but not to their peers. So, and this comes with comparison and trying to look at how your friends are doing better. It's easier not to compare yourself with celebrities, but you see, comparing yourself with your friends and people that you grew up together. The point is that it's easier for you to want to compare yourself with your friends as opposed to seeing celebrities and people high up there. Subconsciously, you still compare yourself, but it might not just be with celebrities. But instead of just looking at someone's birthday picture, you are beginning to analyze everything. Oh my God, they went on a birthday trip. Oh, they went on this. Maybe it's a celebrity that went on a birthday trip. Most times you're just like, oh, I love it. The celebrity is doing so well. You know, they're enjoying themselves. So subconsciously, we should make a conscious decision not to make comparison, particularly in this age of social media. I like this word. Said doing something later is not necessarily the same as doing it better. I agree. See, no matter how much you want to procrastinate and push it tomorrow, next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 5 years, it doesn't mean you will do it better. It doesn't mean like you are preparing yourself to do it better. It just means, again, like you're just pushing the process further. You're just pushing the time for you to complete it further. I've said one of the parts that got to me quite a lot, but this part actually like really, really got to me. It was under the chapter of love, under the part talking about love. And he talked about when you partner with somebody, like you have a second chance at family. You might not have been able to choose the family you come from. You might not have been able to influence your childhood and growing up. But guess what? You have the chance to influence the kind of family you start today. You have the choice to influence the kind of family you would forever be in. Hey! Apart from family and finding love and relationship, you might not have been able to determine how things got up to this point because of various external influence. But guess what? You can wake up today and tell yourself, I'm taking charge. I'm taking charge. I am taking charge of my life and I'm ready to turn around everything. You can make the decision today to make a 360-degree change. You're an adult and you can begin to make those decisions. Next one says, the things that once helped us feel better may now get in our way. Know when to drop it. And this is talking about coping mechanisms. There is room for adjustment. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to become a better person. Don't be stuck in your old ways. Some habits, some things you do, some places you go, you might just need to stop it and begin to develop new habits. You are allowed to evolve. There is room for you to become a better version of you. don't be stuck in those old things you were always doing or you did before. So it just says know when to drop it, and that was the word for me. I think I should just look out for, oh, I still have more. Anyways, it's longer than this. I'm just picking certain points as I read along. Yes, I like this one. So it says the art of being wise is knowing what to overlook. It's not everything you must comment about. It's not everything you see you must say something. It's actually wisdom to know what to overlook. It's wisdom to know what to ignore. If not, you will spend your entire time and energy trying to comment on everything happening. You spend your entire time and energy trying to have what takes over every situation. Let it go. Just, you know what? And I like this one too that says positive feedback will give you the opportunity to feel better, but negative feedback gives the chance to do better. Naturally, I feel like every human being would like positive feedback. Oh, you did so well, I'm proud of you. But are we actually always ready for the negative feedbacks? Are we actually always ready for the constructive criticisms? The last thing I'll talk about today is knowing what to do is not the same as how to do it, and how to do it is not the same as doing it well. So you can have an idea and you can start the idea, but there's also a place of you now improving and doing it well. And I'm like, bring it on, like, let us go. So there is a place of having beautiful ideas. There's a place of starting. There's also a place of improving and trying to do it well. The role of being better at something is to do it a number of times. The more you keep doing it, the more you keep working on it, the more you improve on yourself, the more you're open to feedbacks, the more you go to learn, the more you have a growth mindset, the more you then begin to do better, and the more you then be confident in that field. So confidence in anything, confidence in a field comes from you doing it well, doing it over and over again, seeing good results, going back again to review. Just, you know, it's just a process of continuous doing, continuous learning, continuous improvement. I can keep on going and going talking about this book, Defining Decade, but let us wrap it up for today. Ensure you go get yours. Ensure you read this if you're in your 20s, and even if you're above 20, it's still a good book for you to read, to realign you at whatever stage and phase that you are. I hope you've picked up one or two things today. Please let me know if you have any other book you'd want me to review, and I will come on here to review them. And if I've not read them, it's also be a good opportunity for me to go and buy a new book and read. I'm actually trying to read more books this year, and I'm proud of myself on how many books I've read so far this year. And I can't wait to read more and more before the end of the year. Thank you for tuning in as always. Remember to like if this was a good watch. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've not subscribed, it's a good day to click the subscribe button. Yes, let me see you do it. Let me give you 5 seconds. Have you subscribed now? Oh, thank you for subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. The way I drink water is not demure. I hope you've picked up one or two things. Hello, Shakaba. You're welcome to. Next one.